Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA Impact Feature Contest. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Doug Williams and Big Rob, representing the British Invasion and World's Elite, one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions from the UK, Brutus Magnus!
Now that the riot has been controlled, Brutus Magnus faces the toughest test of his career against the Icon Sting. I'm curious if he suffered any damage during that out-of-control brawl.
His opponent from Venice Beach, California, this is the Icon!
We saw the physical beating that Sting suffered at the hands of Samoa Joe back at Victory Road. For me, it was cause for concern when it came to the Icon's well-being. But then we saw his surprise appearance at the conclusion of last week's Impact show that may have tilted things in the favor of Mick Foley as he became the TNA Legends champion. But after seeing Sting's involvement in that riot from earlier tonight, looks to me like the Icon is back, and he is going to be 100% when he steps into the ring August the 16th at Hard Justice as 1/3 of our main event, our TNA World Heavyweight Championship match, as Sting is one of the two challengers against Kurt Angle. We still don't know if it's going to be AJ Styles or Matt Morgan as the third participant.
You made a good point, Mike. You made a good point. He sure looked 100% when he was wielding that garbage can. Wait a minute. Slick Johnson, I think he just kicked out the British Invasion. They weren't doing anything. They just came down here to... I mean, this is unbelievable.
Well, Big Rob
They gotta do something before you kick him out, don't they?
Big Rob still has Hernandez Feast or Fired world title case. And how about Sting? He's got a game plan. He's got a strategy as he has brought his trademark black baseball bat that you see referee Slick Johnson taking out of the ring. And I think he brought that along because he knew that when you face Brutus Magnus, you also have to contend with Big Rob and Doug Williams as well.
Well, it also shows you that there's a set of rules for Sting and there's a set of rules for everybody else. If Sting doesn't want you hanging around ringside, guess what? The referee kicks you out. It's just amazing the treatment that this guy gets. I mean, listen, I know he's earned it and he deserves everything that he's done in life, but, I mean, to kick the British Invasion out for not doing anything was just going a little too far.
Staying in the corner, unloading on Magnus, going to send him for the ride. High hip toss, bounces him across the ring, and the standing drop kick, that's right on target, and so is that clothesline. That baby's on the money, and Magnus decides that he's going to roll out to the floor and try and regroup and stop this offensive onslaught from the Icon.
Well, I think it's obvious to everyone that Brutus Magnus isn't 100%. Obviously, he got hurt really bad in that brawl as everybody was ganging up on him. I mean, this is a tough situation. I mean, this is a guy that he told me was his idol as a kid. I mean, this is Sting. He dreamed of this matchup, and to have to be able to go in there not 100%, just not the right way.
Yeah, when it comes to experience, edge, it's all on the side of Sting. Magnus tries to bag off. Sting feeding off the crowd, doubles him over with the boot. Gonna shoot him across, but the quick reversal by Magnus, and he caught Sting unaware with the knee. European uppercut rocked him. Here comes Magnus off the ropes, and the elbows right on the chest.
Well, this is the best thing for him. Just get himself in the action.
Whoa.
Takes the leg out of Sting. You got to treat him just like anybody else. I mean, you're looking at the future in this business here in Brutus Magnus.
Complexion of this match totally switches in favor of Brutus Magnus. Is he going to be able to maintain control against the Icon Sting in our Impact main event? On a night that we will never forget for many reasons, including that out-of-control riot, we return to our Impact main event. British Invasion's Brutus Magnus is still in charge. He's got the Icon Sting in trouble until that kick.
Well, it was just good that cooler heads prevailed, that Kurt Angle had the intestinal fortitude to leave the building and take the main event Mafia so that nobody got hurt.
With that right hand from Magnus, wake-up call, Sting blocks, answers back. Couple of shots, and a big shot to the top of the head with that right hand. Magnus sent reeling, shot out of the corner, directly across. Here he goes! Stinger splash, but he got caught with a boot.
How about that, though? Brutus Magnus just stood there and let Sting come to him.
Oh,
no.
And he goes right into the Scorpion. He can turn it over and sit down with this move. It's his patented submission, and there it is.
Rookie
Scorpion
mistake.
deathlock applied.
Yeah, that's just one of those rookie mistakes, Mike. I don't think there's any way he gets out of it. Sting's got it planted. Yeah, he taps out. You got to do it.
Here is your winner, the Icon, Sting!
The second that Brutus Magnus came off the ropes, he committed that he was airborne, and Sting, the veteran, took advantage. Caught him in midair, slapped on the Scorpion deathlock, and the tap-out win. The result, the Icon victorious as he heads to hard justice. And what Kurt Angle has termed as his final shot, his last shot at the World Heavyweight title, and Magnus comes at Sting again, and watch Sting unload with the offense.
I'll tell you, another mistake he made was he started screaming before he attacked Sting. Sting could hear him and just reacted. And
Whoa. World Elite.
World Elite. And they're running to the ring.
Here come the troops, and as every member of World Elite gets inside the six-sided ring, they get taken down by Sting. Confrontation with Eric Young avoided, and then Big Rob gets a right hand from the Icon, and now from behind, here they come. Here's the gang tactics of World Elite.
Well, you have to do that. They were trying to hit him one-on-one. You got to use the numbers game if you're going to prove your point, and that's exactly what the World Elite is doing. Look at them. They're unified, and they're teaching Sting a lesson.
Yeah, unified, because it's 6-on-1 at this point. I mean, the man has absolutely no chance. British Invasion, the Sheik, Kiyoshi with Eric Young cheerleading.
Well, they were coming in to get Brutus Magnus and take him out, and Sting started attacking him as soon as they entered the ring.
Bobby Lashley and Mick Foley from the back.
Oh, man, I thought half these people had left the building. It looks like it's back on. Look at Bobby Lashley. He's just taking everybody out. And here comes Mick Foley. Unreal. It's all starting again.
The Legends champion Mick Foley, the MMA superstar, the undefeated MMA superstar, and World Heavyweight Wrestling champion Bobby Lashley just destroying World Elite.
Well, they know that the Main Event Mafia's left the building, so they know that there's nobody to stop them.
Well, the Main Event Mafia left the building, my ass. Here comes Kurt Angle. Here comes Samoa Joe, and here comes Scott Steiner.
Well, that just shows you what a great mastermind Kurt Angle is. He had everybody thinking. He had Bobby Lashley and Foley thinking that he left. And they come in and get him by surprise, and now they're dealing. Look at Kurt Angle take it to Lashley and Steiner and Joe to Foley.
What we are viewing, this is the result of that deal that was struck earlier between Eric Young of World Elite, Kurt Angle of the Main Event Mafia. We talked about the strength in numbers, and that strength is on display right before your very eyes.
Well, if Mick Foley and Bobby Lashley hadn't come out here, the Main Event Mafia wouldn't have got involved. They're going to have nobody to blame but themselves. And look at Booker T. Everybody getting a shot at Lashley.
And not only Booker T, but Kevin Nash has joined as well. And there's nobody left to help Sting, Mick Foley, and Bobby Lashley. They're at the mercy of World Elite and the Main Event Mafia.
Well, wait a minute. That's Hernandez, and look at this. He's wielding that giant chain.
Oh, the big man, Supermax, he wasn't here for that riot earlier, but just in the nick of time, here comes Hernandez with the steel chain. And you see how quickly the Main Event Mafia and World Elite just threw it in reverse.
Well, they have to. That's a smart move. The last thing you want to do is get hit by that giant chain and have your career ended. I mean, there's a time and a place, and if Hernandez is going to bring that in there, the place is to get out of that ring.
What a show of strength against World Elite and the Main Event Mafia as Hernandez joins Mick Foley, the Icon Sting, and Bobby Lashley, turning this in TNA's favor.
I have never seen a night like this in all my life. Everybody and their brother was involved in a brawl, and it continued on here to the end. I'll never forget this. Unbelievable things right now going on at TNA.
My God, the battle lines have been drawn. Main Event Mafia, World Elite, you wanted a war? You got a war.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.